So it's another review time. I've been sent one of these, and as you know, I've already got something similar in the motorhome. So this one is going to go in here, and I'm going to show you what it's all about. It's a nice bit of kit, and yeah, let's get on with it. Okay, here it is. I've installed it. So basically, I fitted it to the window because these things, you try and stick them to these sort of surfaces, they tend to come off. I had it with that over there. So yeah, stuck it on the window. It come with quite a sticky back actually, as well as the little lever that you push to push the suction cup part of it onto your window. So it's nice and that is really nice and tight on there, no problem at all. Nice adjusting thing. Tighten this up here, and there's one behind it. I mean, you can see, I can't see very well at this angle, but yeah, there's you tighten that up there. I have actually got it lifted off. I'm not sure about that yet. Depends when I'm driving along, if that's going all over the place. I'll probably end up lowering it so it's touching here or something like that. I might even fix it on here with a bit of Velcro. Might be Velcro. So this is CarPlay. This is something you can install in any vehicle as long as the vehicle's got a 12-volt socket, and you've got well, you don't have to have the radio actually. It has got its own built-in speakers as well for your music or whatever else you want to play on here, whether it be a sat nav or whatever, because the sat nav is on it from your phone. This is, if you don't already know, this is linked to your Apple device. There is actually Android Auto on this as well, but I'm using an Apple iPhone, so this is connected through Bluetooth to that, and it's picked up all my things straight away. When you first put this on, it will tell you the name that you got to look for on your Bluetooth search on your phone, and you easily connect to it, pair with it, and straight away, no time at all, it sorts itself out. It gets your Apple Music all sorted out, and it even puts on a few of the apps on here as well. Look at this. You got WhatsApp. Well, this is what I've got on here. WhatsApp, Telegram. I don't really use Telegram, but it's there. Maps Me, Google Maps, and all the rest of it. You got settings, calendar, audio books. I mean, I don't use some of these. Car Home is actually to do with this, the settings itself. There's your Apple Music there, and there's your phone and your messages. So obviously you can, I'm not going to touch these because they're private, but basically you can use this to do the phone calls if you wish. And I've got, there's two maps I've got on here. I've got Google Maps, which is what I've always used before in the car, and then you've got the Apple Maps as well. Like I say, there is the Android side of it, but because I haven't got an Android phone, I can't show you any of that. If you've got an Android phone and you wanted to use something like this, this is probably not the video you should be watching. However, you get an idea of the sort of things you're able to do in your vehicle once you install it, which is it's absolutely brilliant. So say, for instance, we go to the music. Yes, I like a bit of Adamant. I was just putting that on to test it out. And you can tell Siri, of course, what you want to put on. So say, for instance, I could put on Let's say, hey Siri, play Eagle by ABBA.
Here's Eagle by ABBA.
There you go. Okay, so I've had to just stop that because of copyright, obviously. And as you probably noticed, the sound's quite good because the sound is actually being sent through FM to my stereo down here. You can actually see I've set it to on there. I set it to 104 megahertz, and you can see 104 megahertz. I did a bit of a search. I haven't figured my stereo out, but quickly I managed to figure out. Do a search. It picked it up straight away, and yeah, and there you go. So now you play the music instead of the built-in speakers, which are not bad actually, but you don't really want to use the built-in speakers if you can help it, even though they're not too bad. I'm quite surprised how reasonable the speakers were, but I do want to play them through the car stereo speakers because they're always good, aren't they? So well, at least I think they are. Mine's all right anyway, so that's how I've done it. And but yeah, it's quite impressive. It's good when you're going along and you haven't got to reach over and touch anything, because as soon as you turn the ignition on, that comes on and you can tell Siri what you want to do. But yeah, so what else we got? So if you press these in the corner, it brings you back to the main menu here. Let's have a look at their own app. It's called Car Home. So as you can see, there's the time and the date, and then you got all these other different things here. There is the ability to, I should have maybe put some like video file on a memory stick, because you can connect a memory stick into here if you want, through the USB port, and play a film or video file of any sort on the screen. But as you're driving, you shouldn't really be watching films, but it's capable of doing it. I've tried it out, so due to copyright reasons I can't really show you that. SD card slot there as well, and then you've got your, well, I've already showed you these really, but there's your aux. So I can connect directly with the cable that is supplied, connect that directly to my stereo down here. I have actually got, it's down there, the little socket. I have tried it, but it's a bit crackly. I think the socket is not very good, to be honest. Just left it a little bit crackly. It's not the fault of this at all, it's the fault of my car socket down there, and it's another wire going down, and I've already got this wire going down, which I'll probably tidy up at some point. There's a bit of spare cable there, it's quite a reasonable length, but not enough to go round the entire dashboard or anything like that, round there and underneath and that. So probably end up having to stay here, sort of. I don't know, I'll fix it down somehow. So there you go. There's no other ports on it. There's no other cameras on the front side somewhere like the one I've got in my cab of my motorhome. But you're getting a good lot of features here for the money. It's a good cheap price at the moment. I can't say the price because by the time you look at it, it's going to change, but it's a really good price. Check the link for that. Really good price. So let's come out of this. So go up here, touch that. So like I say, you got your settings, your messages. Like I say, I'm not going to show you that on my calendar because it says a lot of private things on there. Never used audio books. That might be something for someone maybe, but like I say, I think when you're driving along, music's enough to keep you occupied. You don't want to have too much on the go, because you're supposed to be concentrating on driving, of course, but and podcasts and stuff. But this is the sort of stuff that's useful when you pull over. You just want to have a break from driving. Say if you pull over at services, been driving for a while, and these things can be really, really useful. So there you go. And there's Google Maps. We'll put Google Maps in just to show you. And that is showing where our current location is, and obviously you can plan a route to where you want to go, and there is your sat nav as well. So I've not actually tried that feature out yet, but if it's anything like the other one, It runs perfectly fine if that's what you want to do. And there's also, of course, Apple Maps. I've never used Apple Maps, never used it. So somebody tell me in the comments if they want. How is Apple Maps? Is that as good as Google Maps? I don't know. So all in all, it's a very, very good little bit of kit there. So there you go. I mean, for the price, yeah, it's really good value. Really good value. The other one that I have got, a different brand but similar sort of setup, that was quite a bit more money than this one, and that was a widescreen and what have you. To be honest, I didn't want anything like that in here because, like I said before, when you're driving in a small vehicle, the windscreen, you don't want to cover the windscreen with more stuff, you know. And this size is perfect for the size of your windscreen, visibility and that. So I wouldn't have the other one in here. Since we had the car, I've never took that out and put it in here. Always fancied the smaller version, and when this was offered to me for review purposes, I thought, yeah, I'll try it out, and hopefully it's turned out okay, which it has. It's absolutely fantastic. And yeah, I have to say, I pretty much, yeah, I recommend it. Yeah, it's pretty good. I can't tell you how long, you know, these things last for. Like the other one is still going. I assume they're all pretty much the same nowadays. These things should last a good while. I mean, how many times, you know, are you going to be in the car using the thing? So it's not like you got something in the house that you use constantly all the time, wearing things out. You know, this is something that should last a long time, probably outlive your car. And if it does, if your car ever breaks down or you get another car that hasn't got CarPlay, you can take this off the window and put it into your next vehicle. And yeah, I think things like this are really good, especially for the older cars that haven't got it built in like some of them have. And if, of course, I mean, when I was looking at these, I was considering buying a CarPlay device that I have to take this stereo out and put a CarPlay device into the actual dashboard. And as much as that would be quite smart to do, the prices were a lot higher on something like that than having something like this. And of course, being an older car, I'm always worried that I'm thinking, am I really blowing money away? Because what happens if this car, I hope it don't, fingers crossed, but what happens if, say, it fails the MOT really, really badly and it ends up being scrapped later on? I've spent more money on it and I can't take it out and put in the next one. Whereas something like that, you can actually take it out and put in any vehicle as long as it's got the 12-volt socket. And I say you don't even need the radio. If you had a car with no radio, as long as you've got a 12-volt socket, that's got its built-in speakers anyway. So but yeah, well worth it, highly recommended. And the links, if you want one or you just want to check on it, I recommend checking on it. Yeah, have a good read through, don't just listen to me, look at the reviews and check the link, look at all the description, and link is down below in the video description, of course. So but there you go. So fantastic. I'm recommending it. I definitely am. You know me, I'm really honest with things. We've had other offers of other things that I've turned down because they are so bad that I ain't even going to waste my time reviewing them. But this one caught my eye, and yeah, highly recommended. So right, okay, I'll leave you with that, and don't forget, check the links below. And I'll see you all soon. Ta-da.
Here's China Girl by David Bowie. Playing Woman by Gary Puckett and the Union Gap.
Oh, turn it off.